Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Decided to do something I haven't done in a long time, and probably am going to end up regretting this. Running a street stock C-Class Series race here at New Smyrna for week 12. Was just trying to do a couple different things for this week that I haven't run in a while to get some more races in. Try to keep as many videos for races from week 12 going in the off weeks, since I probably won't be really doing any other races. So just saw that there weren't many people in, was hoping that maybe if I got in it would maybe just split once and have two smaller fields and we could actually get a decent race without any cautions. Don't think that's gonna happen, so just gonna try to qualify as close to the front as I can, try to have as clean of a race as possible, and hopefully not destroy the safety rating in the process. Fifth right now, not a great first lap. Just gonna try to get a better second lap. Seems like the more you run it, the faster it gets, at least early on. So, able to put in a better lap.
P2.
Second, unfortunately. There's some guys in here that are probably gonna be pretty quick, so starting on the outside, not the most ideal place to be. I mean, you do come in like a lane and a half off, but starting second's not gonna be the best thing. Great lap by the two. I don't know, I might have been able to get to that, but certainly...
That's the end of the session. P2.
I guess nice to be close to him, and, you know, we had almost a 10th on the three cars, so... Car number 4, 18 in this. Believe it did split once, so, you know, gonna try to do the best that I can to survive the melee that's gonna happen. I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of beating and banging. At least it's a slightly bigger short track than last time I ran these. I think the last time was at Southern National, so I guess it's a little bit bigger. But yeah, we'll get graded up. 50 laps. Hopefully we can get more than I would hope more than 35. You know, somewhere around 35 or so under green if possible. I don't know what to expect out of this. I guess I hope for the best and expect it to be, you know, more than half the laps under caution. If it goes that way again, it's probably gonna go back to a series that I'm not gonna run at all. I think I've only run this twice this season so far, once or twice, something like that, not very often. So I believe the last time too, I also started in second on the outside. So it's gonna be all about just trying to get the best start I can. Probably just gonna have to see if I can either find a way in front of the 3 or the 15, or sacrifice a lot of spots and fall back. Hoping that the 15 actually just has the pace and is driving much better than his rating suggests. Hopefully he's decent and clean and not gonna pile in the opening laps and just destroy me. Would not like to have this race end early and have to either toe to pit road or come in for a meatball and sit for a long time. Just gonna try to do what I can. Gotta be as aware as I possibly can with what I can do on a single screen and hope that I can come out of it somewhat decent. I would say anything less than probably...
The track temp is 100.
If I get away with like a 4x or a 6x or less, I will be very, very happy with that. Leader's just taking off. He's rolling on out. No idea what that's going to do. Don't think that's going to get him a black flag, but you never know. End up catching up to him as he slows down to let the pace car back by. Certainly going to be tough to judge the start with him and not jump it at all. I'm going to try to do the best that I can on the outside lane. If qualifying times hold, obviously if we go green, the 2 and I should be able to pull away from the rest of the field. The 3 was about a 10th off, and I was almost a 10th and a half faster than the 15, but I know guys tend to overdrive quite a bit off the start, so qualifying times in that sense and pace doesn't mean too much if I can't avoid contact. So would expect to see 3 wide at some point in time. Hopefully not going to be in the middle of it. Hopefully I can just get to the high side and bail, or be on the inside and have somewhere to go, but we'll see what we can do. Probably third gear is probably a better way to go, but
go.
Not a terrible start. able to pull away from both the 3 and the 15, and the 2 was able to get in front of me, so able to slot in second. Obviously, if I think we're going to see a lot of cautions, I would rather prefer to be either first or third, be able to have a restart on the inside line, but it's not wanting to give up a ton of spots either, just to be able to do that. So, fine to sit second, see how many green flag laps we can get in. Maybe I'll be surprised that the Super Late Model Fixed Series race at 5 flags last week was a lot cleaner than I expected it to be as well, so who knows? Weird things can happen. Kind of taking it a little bit easier, not driving it too hard. I know I probably should be pushing a lot more to stay with the 2. I just don't want to overdrive it and end up either cooking the right front or killing the right rear as well. If you get on the throttle a little too hard, especially out of turn 2 with this setup this week, it's very easy to get the rear end to slide around, and you can start heating up that right rear. Makes it a lot tougher to get the drive off later on in the run, and it's certainly easy to drive it in too hard and lean too much on the right front with how much weight transfer this car has in general, let alone, you know, how the setup's running. So catching up to the 2, I think he's realizing the same thing, probably backing off the pace. Wouldn't expect him to be pushing too hard. Not too worried about the 15 being all that close to me. I'm guessing he's probably going to be overdriving it. I could be wrong. You can see right there, if you turn too much and get on the throttle too hard, you can kick the rear end loose. So 15 got into the wall out of turn 2 last time. 2's getting a little bit loose. You can see the rear end kind of sliding around a little bit. So hopefully he's not treating his tires too kindly, and we can start to look to get around him at some point. Bounces off the wall there out of turn 2 down the back stretch. Start putting the pressure on him a little bit, but I'm still trying to take it as easy as I can. Just kind of riding, keeping with him, and just maintaining the status quo right now, looking for an opportunity to get to his inside if possible. But also fine to just ride right now and kind of start clicking off some laps. Set myself up for last half of the run. Because if we get in the long run, even if we get a caution later on, if he tears up his tires, we can definitely have the advantage. Bounces off the wall coming out of turn 2.
Hold your line.
Try to come inside, and unfortunately I had not gotten by him, so he's going to retain the position. First caution comes on lap 8.
His car is out. Line up, single file, behind car number.
Decent
We're
pace.
under caution, pits are closed.
Going to try to hope to get as good of a start as I had the last time. That's probably going to be pretty tough to do. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say how much the 2's saving. I didn't really feel like I was driving it very hard, maybe, you know, 90% or something like that. Not too bad overall. Feels fairly decent. Hopefully this caution does not last too long and we can get back to green sooner than later. Got the 18 sitting down on the bottom. See if we can get 2 to go this time. It would be nice if we can get going sooner. We do not, so they're going to take a longer caution. Which I guess is nice for keeping me up towards the front, as well as saving tires, or tires and incident points, but would like to just get rolling. Gotta let the 18 by for some reason.
Full course yellow, pits are open.
To the green this time. Bye.
We're under caution, pits closed.
I get the 1 to go this time by, so restarting on lap 14. Hard thing about
Get
these
ready.
cars
Race will
is
resume at the end of this lap.
they definitely will, if you try to throw it in too hard or brake too hard, it will slam the front end into the ground and drag and shoot you up the track. So you got to be careful on how you brake. You can't just slam on the brakes. You can kind of hear it dragging a little bit if I, turn the wheel too fast or other stuff. So not sure what the 2's doing. Actually, gonna try the third gear start. Did not mean to downshift there. That was my fault.
Green flag, we're there.
Able to get a decent start. I feel bad for getting the 3 into me. I did not mean to downshift there and cause that. Thankfully, no incident points, although it was stupid on my part. 2 and I are able to pull away from the field. Not sure what he was doing with hanging on the outside line once we got the 1 to go.
Be careful, we've got a full course
And we
caution.
get another caution. Now this is turning into the race that I expected it to be.
Pace car is out. Line up single file behind
This
car
is
number
turning
2.
into what I expected.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed. Full course yellow. Pits are open.
Trying to burn off a little bit of gas. Don't want quite as much rear weight, but don't obviously want to rev the engine too high and cause any damage. So just like that, we are back under caution, unfortunately. Gonna have to do it all over again. 5 was able to get by the 3 on the restart, so that'll put the 5 behind us now. Haven't really gotten to see much of him at all. Not really sure where the 2's going. To be fair, not really sure where I'm going either.
Pits are open.
See if this one's a quicker caution. Yes, it is. Okay, so we got 2 to go.
We're under caution. Pits closed.
Take a look and see if anybody's 18's a lap down, or the 9's a lap down and 18th. He's the only one a lap down, so I'm guessing he caused the caution if there wasn't a lucky dog. So. Gonna get back to double file this time by. Restarting in the exact same spot as the initial start and the last restart on the outside line.
We're going green next time by.
No idea why the 2 is running so high. I get it and I don't get it. I guess that time it didn't look like he was quite as high. When we were coming to 1 to go last time, he was like all the way up in the outside lane. I think the 3rd gear start's the better way to go, so I'm gonna try to keep as even with him as I can, try to time it as best as possible, see if I can pull away. Hasn't really looked like anybody behind's been trying to dive bomb or do anything crazy, so that's good that way.
Green flag.
Not sure if I'm going to get the black flag for being in front of the 2. I thought he was going, getting on the throttle, so I tried to go. Shoves me up into the wall. Able to get away. We got the 15 looking to the inside. I just got to hang to the outside. Going around, big caution, stacked up, stack up. Not much I can do.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
I don't know, got loose, but
Looks like P5's been hit.
now we've got people drilling me. I don't know why. I was supposed to catch the E16 and now the 11's gonna get by me. I don't know what's
yellow.
going on.
Pits are open.
So we're all the way to the back. And now he cuts down. I don't know why he's cutting down on me. I don't think that was intentional. I just don't think he knew what to do. iRacing has no clue what iRacing's supposed to do. I'm going to the back. I don't really know where. Like, this is not good. I got let the entire field by. I was supposed to be in front of the 16, and now I'm all the way to the back, so that's cool. Okay, well, we're 17th now. Joy. I get it and I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, that was partially on me cutting down, partially on me getting loose. I mean, I'll take blame for the whole thing, but gonna need this thing to go green big time, and unfortunately, I'm not gonna have a shot at the win anymore because I'm gonna have to try to get the car up to the front as quickly as possible, get by as many people, which is gonna mean being rough on the tires. Hopefully, though, with a little over half the race left to go, I can try to minimize how much I kill the tires and just pick up spots, as many as I can off the starts. I think I'm actually just going to come in for
Pits are open.
whatever damage might be there. It's 2 to green. I don't know, probably doesn't really matter.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
See if
Pit
we
lane
got
speed
any
limit is.
optional we can get fixed to try to help the car as
Box
much as
in,
possible.
5.
It doesn't feel like it's off, and I don't think I
4,
really took any hard
3,
shots at all, but I'm just going to try to do
1.
what I can.
Box now.
You can hear the front dragon. Okay, so 9 seconds of optional. Should be able to grab most of those before leader gets back to us. It's already in 17th to begin with, so no reason not
Get
to
ready. Race will
do
resume at
that.
the end of this lap.
Just gonna try to get back around to the field in time before the green goes. I think I should be able to. That's gonna be the only problem, since I did it on 2 to green. It's kind of like a warm-up lap, I guess. Helps me out in that sense. Get ready to go here. Hop back up to the back of the field. Off and rolling. Not sure what happened to the 16. I was supposed to be the 9. The 9 in front of us is the lap down car. So,
He's still there.
up a couple spots already. Gonna get by the 10
Still
going
there.
into turn 3.
Inside line, you got 1.
19 goes to the pit road? Yes, okay. So everybody in front now is 4 position. Got another senior car. That's 17, just going to try to get by him on the outside.
He's still there. They're low.
Able to clear him, no problem. 18 gets shoved way wide. He's going to cut back down, almost a caution.
On the inside.
Just going to get around him on the outside if I can.
He's still there. They're
outside passes are not the most ideal, but right now I've just got to go with whatever lane is available to try to get by somebody. Looking to try to get to the inside of the 14. Didn't quite get a good enough run down the backstretch to do that.
Got one
Team's running side by side with the 12. A little bit of contact with the 14. Did not mean to do that. Just trying to push as quickly as I can.
3 wide, here in the middle.
Backing out to 3 wide. I don't know who's faster between the 14 or the 12. They're both slow and they're both holding me up. I got to get by one of them quickly. Looks like it's the 12 that's slower, so I'm just going to get to the inside to get by him, follow the 14. And try to get by the 14.
Take 3.
Up to 11th. Certainly feel like I've got a fast enough car to get back to the top 5 potentially, but it's going to take a lot of work since I was held up by the 14 and the 11, which allowed everybody up front to pull away. Just trying to get on the inside of the 14. He gets a good run down the front stretch though on that outside line. Slides it into turn 1 though, a little bit hot. A little bit loose coming off the corner. You got to chase it off of the corner.
Coming up on your...
Take the inside line. I didn't do that. That's not on me at all. Dude just turned down into me. Somehow got it on the pit road though without bringing out a caution. So keeps us green. That's nice. At least need to pick up a couple more spots, which is going to be quite tough considering I'm a second and a half back from the next car. Not going to take anything wrong for what happened with the 14. I think I was already on the inside line and he just turned down as we were side by side. I think if that was him saying thanks, I think he just expected me to conceded, give him the whole lane, which is clearly faster, so it wasn't like I dove in from miles away. 8 has a bit of a problem, flies way up D6. Catching these two. Again, don't think I have enough to get back to the front 2 or 3, but certainly feeling like I probably have the pace that I'd be running even with them right now. I think it's the probably the 2 and the 5 in first and second right now. 14's up ahead, 8 gets into the wall out of turn 2. We'll see if when we get to the 14 if he's going to try to cause any problems. And it was him that said thanks. 8's all over the track, so just going to try to get to the bottom side to get by him. Got the 14 directly in front of us. Now's the chance to try to figure out how to get by him as clearly as possible. 8 just drills the outside wall out of turn 2. Try to cut underneath the 14 off of the corner. He's going to get the run into the corner. He's definitely not happy and going to drive us pretty aggressively, which sucks. Get his frustration, but he's blocking big time. So it's probably going to be a 9th place finish because the 14 is going to make my life as hard as possible. And this time I don't want to dump him.
He's still there.
He's going to do the same thing to himself again. Unfortunately, we're going to get a 4X out of it. I definitely dove it in, but the dude just cut it down. Like, I mean, I drove it in pretty hard, but unfortunately, he was going to run me hard, and I needed to find a way around him. So, I don't know.
We're under caution.
Incident point-wise, it sucks. I'm sure that was probably a bit closer than it needed to be. But I don't feel too bad overall. I mean, it's just, I don't know. You want to run me like that, we're going to have issues. So, the first one, I get he was angry, and I probably should have had the chat on and just said sorry or something, but I didn't feel like I really did anything wrong, and then he wants to block me the entire time. I mean, it was pretty clear when I got the run, the 1 lap off of turn 2 went down to the middle of the track on the backstretch, and he just drives all the way down there exactly what his intent was. His intent was to block me as hard as he could, and or possibly, you know, find a way to intentionally wreck me. So I'm gonna restart with probably like 6 or 7 to go. Hopefully can try to pick up a couple more spots. We'll be starting on the inside, so maybe if I can get a good start, get by the 6th, it's worth at least another one. Top 5 is going to be really tough, but certainly going to give it my all. Try to go after as many cars as I can. If 14 wouldn't have lost it off the corner, we really wouldn't have had any incident points out of that. So, you know, clearly iRacing didn't feel like I did anything malicious right off the bat. You know, it was kind of a no fault where we both probably were going for the same spot, although I don't know, he opened the door. I don't know what he expects me to do when he opens the door that much, and it's not like I, you know, slid all the way up the track. Like, I was pretty much on the yellow line, maybe drifted up just slightly off the yellow line the whole time. And then, you know, he just continued his turn down. So we'll take a look at both of them. Really feel like the first one for sure was not my fault at all. And the second one, I don't know, might have been a racing dealer. I may have driven it a bit aggressively, but you know, I feel like it was too much. Looks like we are going to be getting the restart on lap 44, so 7 to go.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
Hopefully we can just go green the rest of the way, and I can try to pick up as many spots as possible. Start. Shouldn't have the 14 to deal with. Should be in the back. Let's see where he's at on track. Yeah, he's way back. Not getting the lucky dog, so shouldn't have to worry about him the rest of the race, unless he wants to, you know, park on the track and wait for me or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, this generally hasn't been too bad of a street stock race for what some of them have been, but you know, obviously, if you guys don't see eye to eye with short track racing, contact's gonna happen. You can't get, you know, too angry about stuff. So let's see what the inside row is able to do. Hopefully gonna be able to try to get as good of a restart as possible. Try to watch 7's lane back from the 3 a little bit, so want to watch for him to have to check up. Meters are off and rolling, and 7 lane is not getting a good restart. 3 wide's really stupid here, but just gonna try to get it in on the bottom.
3 wide, you're on the inside. B7.
Just hold the brakes, get by everybody.
They're outside.
was a super aggressive move, but certainly was the only way I felt like I could get anywhere, and that inside line did not get a good start, so
Clear.
able to pick up 2 spots off of the restart, and hopefully going to be faster than some of these guys up here. Just going to have to sit behind the 3, work the inside line, see if we can get around the 11. 6 is going to be battling the 15 on the outside. 11's all over the track, trying to get to the inside to avoid him, to get by him. Really had to slow the car down, keep it on the bottom to get away from him.
Still there.
He's getting the run off of the corner, going to try to clear him this time through 1 and 2.
Still there.
That'll put me into 6th. 3's off the pace compared to the 15 and 6 at least. Trying to find my way around him if I can.
Get this guy.
Try to get to his inside. I don't know, it's gonna be on me again. I gotta be aware these guys are taking this line, but at the same time, they gotta be aware that, you know, I'm coming to the inside as well, so. Incident point's not very good. Probably 8x of the 4x was avoidable.
0.46.
Not trying to knock people out of the way to get a top 5 in the typical street stock fashion, just running out of laps and had to take a gap when I saw it. And for a minute, you know, he kind of entered high. For a minute, looked like he was going to stay high, and then he just decided to come back down. So I don't think I really washed up off from the apron too much. So let's take a look at all these afterwards and see how bad I messed up in them. I'm going to get the white flag this time by, though. Don't think I have anything for the 15 or the 5. I think I'm just too far back, but aggressive restart. Made the 3 wide hold.
0.29.
Happy to battle back to 5th. Try to get what I could out of it. Again, probably had the pace to have been battling up for the lead, but just circumstances did not work well that I, you know, messed up on that caution.
That's it. We're done.
Park it here. Get out of the car. We got guys sliding back. Take a look at everything. Oh, sorry about the language. The 3's clearly not happy. It was not the 3. It was the 6. What did I do to the 6? What did I do to the 6? I don't know. He's fired up on the chat. Oh, he's probably not happy about the 3 wide. I mean, since we're here, let's look at it. Inside line didn't go. Dove to the inside, probably against iRacing Sporting Coach. Shouldn't have done that. Made the 3 wide stick, quite honestly. Like, I completely made the 3 wide stick. So, I mean, I didn't do anything wrong there. Like, I don't know. It's 7 to go. I was quicker. I don't know what you expect me to do. So, I don't know. Whatever. Not gonna... That was actually probably one of the cleanest moves I made out of the race. I mean, yes, I probably should have sat behind the 7, but the 7 just was not going, so... Pulled out to the inside. I didn't actually pass him before the start-finish line, so from that perspective, you know, I wasn't doing anything wrong from that sense. And honestly, you can see I dove right to the bottom. You know, shot for the yellow line, was like not even half a lane up from the yellow line, and held my line around that seam for the most part. Drifted up a little bit, but I was nowhere near the 7. So I don't know what he's unhappy about with that. That was just me being... Was it a very aggressive move? 100% yes, but I've learned I've had to start driving more aggressive to try to pick up spots, so I don't know what he's angry about in that spot. So while we're here, let's fast forward and see what happens with the 3. Able to clear the 11. Okay, so this is where we're going into the corner. So I'm there, diving for the bottom. He's a lane off. Yeah, that one I'm gonna take the blame for. Definitely my fault there. Did not mean to get into him. That one I will 100% take the blame. Like, I had the right idea. I needed to have dove it a little bit more into the corner and slowed down a little bit more, and I just got into his left rear and tagged him. So that one's completely on me. He got sent up into the wall by netcode as we were going by. So yeah, I mean, I'll definitely take the blame for that one. That one was on me. I feel bad about that one. Let's see here what happens. This will be the restart. Go to the 10 and the 9. Okay, here's the crap with the 14. This is going to be fun. This is the stuff to look at. So, getting the run on him. He's getting loose, accidentally tagged him, did not mean to there. I was just trying to get back on the throttle, didn't, he got loose. So, on the outside, wasn't going to actually shoot it 3 wide. I just, it was there for that split second, then I checked up. I had no intentions of running through the middle of those two. I knew that was not a smart move. So, decided to get to the inside of the 12, clear him off the corner. I knew I had to start getting by the 14 as quickly as possible because I was losing time to everybody. So, alright, so you can see through that corner, he's already holding wide. Go back and watch it again. Through this corner, 3 and 4 through this time, he's going to be 2 lanes up and not coming down like he was taking a late apex, like he was just up. So, I didn't even come close to contact there, but that kind of sets it up. He slides it in big time. Gonna get the run on him out of turn 2. Okay, so that was kind of netcode. Let's see. I definitely needed to have slowed down a little bit more and try to dive a little bit more to the inside. But he was already a lane up, and I decided to take my normal line, which I'm holding, and he's continuing to come down. Let's watch it from his perspective. He's entering in line with these hash marks, and I am entering with this seam. I am not to his door yet, but you can see I was entering to the door and keeping my line, and he's continuing to come down. So when he enters that hard, and I'm clearly there, like at this point, he's kind of got to concede the line to me because I'm already at his numbers. So when he continues to keep coming down like that, netcode or not netcode, I don't feel too bad about that one. Like, you just can't keep coming down expecting me to all of a sudden bail out and give you the entire track. Like, that's not how it's going to work. So, I don't feel about that. I don't feel bad about that. So we'll get back to where we end up getting back to him, which is going to be the fun part. So we're in front of the 8. 8's slamming the wall. Closing in on the 14. Again, he's a lap down at this point. Not 2 laps down. Off the pace. Try to get way to the inside. Thought I could get a run. Wasn't quite there. Bailed out of it so I wouldn't get into the back of him. Watched him shove it up the corner. Out in the middle of turn 2. He's literally running me all the way down the track. So I take it high. Overdrive the corner, but going to try to cut down to the bottom, see if I can get a run off of turn 4. Not quite there that time. Getting a really good run down the straightaway. On the inside. Okay, I mean, I washed up, yes. Certainly drove it in way too hot. I was just trying to clear him. You can see me washing up, and he's doing a pretty good job of holding his line. So, netcode or not, that one, again, so there's another 4X I will take, the blame for. That was certainly my fault there. But he was blocking me hard, so at some point I was probably going to have to do a bump and run on him if I wanted by him. Otherwise, he was going to make it his mission to stay in front. So, I'll take the deal with the 3. That one's kind of hard to say. Let's see what happens here this time. This is the one that caused the caution when I went to the back, so... was it? No, it was not. This was the quick one. Okay, so this was the one that had the issue. Okay, so we're gonna work down the backstretch, trying to dodge, trying to get in front. Is there netcode out of that, or did the 5 actually get in? No, there was netcode there. Okay, so we're coming in. 15's working to my inside. Oh, I didn't realize the 5 got into me. So the 5 actually is going to get to my left rear, and with the way these noses and bumpers line up, they don't push very well unless you're straight on. So he actually got into the back of me and shoved me left. I thought I just overdrove it and got on the throttle too hard. So that's what caused that, and then that just clogged up the entire track for the most part. So, and I had it locked down. I'm trying to get it turned around. And the 11 just didn't turn back to the right, and he just drove down. So I don't think that was intentional. I think he just, I don't know, either he thought I spun and was angry for stacking up the entire field, or he just didn't turn the wheel back to the right. I'm going to go with he didn't turn the wheel back to the right. So, didn't mean to get him there. I was trying to fall in line behind him. So, yeah, so the first one, not my fault. First deal with 14, not going to take the blame for that one. Second deal with the 14, I will. Same thing with the 16, I'll take the deal for that. So not much I could do that way. Let's take a look at the results. So certainly safety rating is going to be tanking. It's going to take a lot of good races the rest of this week, and if I run any in week 13 to get there. Single split, I did not get the wish. 1550, pretty weak. Let's see. It was not terribly far off pace, a little bit, 2/10 or so, but didn't really have the chance to run a ton of fast laps, and I felt like I had the pace to get by the 2 as well. So managed to gain 17 in iRating, lost 0.19 in safety, so just under 2.5 up to 2589. So certainly not a clean race at all, but a lot of people did not have clean factors. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, feel free to leave comments. I'm half of the incidents I'll take the fault for, and the other half, the first 2 I won't. The last 2 I will. I was driving as hard as I possibly could and crossed over the bounds of being, aggressive and clean and not getting into somebody. I overdrove and washed up into them. So feel bad about that. That start, yeah. I mean, technically I wasn't supposed to deviate from the lane and go that low. I just was trying to find some way, and in terms of getting through 1 and 2, I didn't feel like I did anything wrong that one. I actually held that one pretty easy. But outside of that, it was pretty tough. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Feel free to leave your analysis, your feedback, any comments. It wasn't bad. Hopefully I can try to run a little bit cleaner. Maybe those will overall get a little bit better. Just still not quite the racing style for my taste. It's still a bit too contact centric. So a lot of guys just don't care to stay off. But gonna do what I can. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Feel free to leave any feedback, any comments. Just love to hear from you guys in general. And hopefully you guys will stay tuned for more races. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.